Savings Bank, you get personalized customer service like nowhere else, like our travel club.
Come see us, bank with us, and travel with us. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
Okay, I think all we have today is to review the agenda. So is there anything on the consent agenda? Does anyone have any questions regarding the consent agenda? How about the public hearings? Questions on the public hearing? Any? Hope you left your cars running. Anything on the ordinances on second reading? Going once, twice?
Going for a record.
How about the resolutions?
I have a question,
Darn it.
but it's not till D, so if you have something before.
I had something on C, refers to a contract with the EPA, and I was just curious on this or prior contracts of this nature. Somebody fill me in on what the nature of the contract obligations are.
The EPA is here to help, which is what they told me on the phone.
Run.
Oh, there's two sides of EPA, actually.
This is the good.
This is a good side.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The question was, what have we done with EPA before?
No, what are the nature of the contract obligations in signing up for this grant?
Well, this grant, first of all, hasn't been awarded.
Right.
We have to make an application.
Right.
That's what we're asking you to endorse. It is an application of up to $60,000. I think we said we would match it by $4,000 in cash. There'd probably be some in-kind.
Mm-hmm.
What we're looking at doing.
Which would be staff.
Yeah, in-kind, yeah. What we're looking at is in the mid-city plan, which you will get here at the next meeting, is trying to drill down further into developing a trail, maybe park, in the vicinity of Indian Creek and 13th Street, between those two,
Okay.
north of 2nd, to where the salt dome is. What we want to look at is, as the city prepares itself in the future to renovate Indian Creek, is it possible to, I guess, open that creek up so that, at least on one side, that it becomes accessible to the public, if that's what we want to do.
Okay.
And so people could walk down and, engage in the water. And are there measures that we could include in a design of a park that would mitigate stormwater pollution? That's pretty much what we'd be looking at.
And Larry Foster he teaches a master's class at UNO, and I don't know if it was his class or another instructor had brought students from UNO.
It was UNL.
UNL, is that where it was, last year?
The architect.
To design a potential scenario for that, where the river turns and starts to go south, or the creek turns and starts to go south, some basin area that would have grasses that would help clean the water and do all those things that help mitigate the cost of pollutant reduction.
And again, we know that Indian Creek is going to be reconstructed at some point in the future. The question is whether or not some of these concepts make sense, or
Right.
cost estimates to them. That we may find it's not feasible, but it's just a way to drill down further into a concept to try to ferret out maybe more specifically what are we talking about and what that would entail.
Well,
And I actually think our stormwater practices that more likely it is what we could do to stormwaters before they get to Indian Creek at this general location, as opposed to actually being in the creek. So,
Okay. Have we received grants from the EPA with
yes.
contracts of this nature before, so we kind of know what they look like?
This here? No,
Oh, okay.
we have not. They
Okay.
give out, I think, 1 or 2 out of each region a year.
Okay.
For
Do,
this
do we,
purpose.
okay. Do we have a draft, or if we're awarded a grant, then they'll send us something and,
I don't have a draft at all.
okay.
So, I mean, to ask for the specific contract documents, specific cross-cutting measures that they would ask us to do,
Great,
I
so
don't have.
to be determined, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Lynn, you had a question on the next one?
John, do you know, does the $5,000 cover the total cost of replacing all 67 signs and 70 posts? Is that the entire cost of the, oh, I thought it was parks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's streets, yeah. Okay, Matt.
Yes.
And I'll wait till you sit down, then I have another question.
The question was, does the 67 signs and 70 posts and fasteners, is that
Does
the
five-
$5,000 cover? It covers all material costs.
Okay,
The labor to install it would be
City.
all city forces.
okay,
But to actual purchase the materials, it would not cost the city any out-of-pocket money to purchase the materials.
okay, all right. Thank you.
And if you're wondering, because I asked the question when we came up with the math, 67 signs but 70 posts, that's just to maximize the request. So we got 3 extra posts to get it right up to just under $5,000.
Oh, okay, all right.
So-
I guess I just assumed that 3 signs were okay, but the posts.
Well,
were not.
that's exactly what we'll do. If we have a good sign in inventory, we can buy a new post and use
Right.
the sign we already have.
Okay.
But just to maximize what the grant offers,
Sure.
we went ahead
Why
and
not?
added 3 more posts.
Okay,
We need
Thank
the
you.
signs anyway, certainly.
Any other questions on the resolutions? Anything's on the applications and permits? All right. Short and sweet.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council of Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council of Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. September 27th, Papa Roach and headliner Five Finger Death Punch rock Council Bluffs. Then rock opera takes the stage with the return of TSO November 18th. Over at the Convention Center, over 200 exhibitors are on hand at the Callahan Craft Show. And October 18th, vendors aspire to inspire at the Wedding Essentials Idea Show. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.